Welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn on how to deploy websites on the Amazon Linux server. I have done a video demonstrating on how you can achieve the same on the AWS S3, and this is the website that we are going to deploy on our Linux server. And as you can see, it is running on the local machine. You're going to deploy it so that anyone who is online can access it worldwide. So you can see this is the platform or the websites that you are going to deploy. So let's go to our AWS console. I'm assuming that you have logged into your account. We start by creating our buckets where we are going to deploy our code. Then from there, we will use the same code to our AWS Linux server. So let me go ahead and create buckets. A bucket in AWS S3 is just like a directory or a folder. So give it a name, maybe call it a Linux web app server has the name of a bucket, and the name of the bucket should be unique. And our region is US East 1. We'll make our bucket to be accessible publicly. So I'll uncheck this one. Then let's acknowledge that we want to make our public our bucket public. And then from there, we'll not do any change. We'll leave everything as defaults. And then let's create our buckets. Here, these are the websites that we are going now to push or upload to AWS S3 as a zip file. This is the zip file that we are going to upload. They are finished. So let's open our buckets. These are okay. These are buckets that we have just created. And our bucket is empty, so I want us to put this zipped file there. Drag and just drop it there. It's now uploading. And maybe in case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and upload our zipped file. It is now uploading. Let's just close. And then now you can see we have our zipped file here. By default, the public is private, and I want us to make a bucket to be public so that we will be able now to access this zipped file in our AWS Linux server. So let's go to the permissions. Let's go to bucket policy and click edit. We are going to use this policy. I'll make this policy to be available in our in the description section. So just want to copy it from Whislab. Whislab is a good platform for materials for preparing for any cloud computing certifications. So I want to go here, and then I get the policy that you're going to use to make our uh, backend to be public. It's still creating the environment. Okay, good. So down here we can get our public policy. This here. So don't worry, I will make sure that I have attached this one on the description section. So copy and then paste here. So I want us to copy ARN, which means Amazon resource name, replace that one. Then we can save the changes. They should we copy it again. And to copy this one, and I put it here. Now our bucket is public. We can be able now to access any object within this object through Ethernet. And we are done here on the SD buckets. Now I want us to go to EC2, where we are going to launch Amazon Linux server. It is now opening the EC2 dashboard. And click instances. And make sure you have subscribed. So here I have some instances that I've created previously, and now I want to create a new instance for this tutorial. So let's go ahead and launch instance. So we call our instance Linux web app server. It is loading the Amazon machine image, where we are going to select our instance. So we are going to use the default selection like Amazon Linux. Then we go with the Amazon Linux 2, the MI, 64 bits. Instance type will be to load. So you can use this one, and then from there we generate our key pair for connecting through SSH. So we are going to use a PEM, that means privacy enhanced mail. So let's give it a name, Linux web app server. Let's go ahead and create our key pair. Then for the network settings, we are not going to change anything. We'll connect it through SSH, and also we make it to be accessed through Ethernet. So we'll enable HTTP, and then we will not do any change on the advanced details here on the user data. That's why we write commands that we want to learn during creating the instance here. But all the commands as we are going to execute, we'll execute them on the AWS CMD console. So I'll not put any command there. So I'll leave everything as defaults. So let's go ahead and launch our instance. Now our instance is creating. This done. Let's go to our instances. These are the new instance that we have created. This padding. So if you click here, you'll find that now it is learning, and these are the details for our server. So this is the public IP address. So I want us now to go to the AWS command console or CMD console. Let's connect. So here we are going to run all the commands for installing the Apache server, and also copying our websites from AWS S3 and making sure it is executing from our server. So let's go to the root directory. Let's check in which directory, pwd That's where we are now. And then here I want us now to install, or before that we can try to check if there's a package need to be updated. So let's update our instance. There's nothing, so we can clear. So that's we go ahead and install Apache server. So now we're installing Apache. Done. So let's go to the roots of our server. CD. So let's see in which roots pwd. We're in our root server. Then there I want us now to copy our websites from AWS S3 to our Linux. So let's go ahead and type w gets. Then we go to our buckets S3. I want us to copy the URL for our objects, the zipped file. Okay. This is a we can check server. So we can go with this one. Is our new Z buckets, and this is the zipped file that's we uploaded. So let's get the URL. This is the URL. Copy. Then on our command, we are going to paste it there. There's no responding, so maybe let's try it again. You can refresh that we so you can access the routes. Then from there, let's go to where we have our server routes. Then there we can now copy our project. Our project is there, so let's see what is there. We have the zipped file. So let's unzip this file. Okay, let's see what we have now. So we have the project and the zipped file. So now I want us to copy whatever it is on the projects to the root directory. So you say the name of our directory. Then star space full stop. If you now check, you find that now we have all the required content on the root directory. So now we can access this one. So before we go to the browser, so let's start our server. So service starts, we start our server. Now we can copy this one, which is our public IP address, and paste it in the browser. As you can see, we are able now to see the projects. It is now loading from the Amazon Linux server, and this is what we had in the local machine here. And now it is running in our new setup, and we have achieved the objective of this tutorial. Before we finish, there's something I want to explain here, so that we are able now to understand in case maybe you get an error regarding the IP address that you have used here for accessing the websites. So this is an IP address assigned to Linux, assigned to any server during the launching. And we find that if the server is stopped, another IP address is assigned. So you can assume if people are accessing your website via this IP address, and the IP address have changed, the users will be getting an error. So how can you address that problem? I want now to just to explain, and then from there I will come up with another video which will be addressing that specific issue. So let's go to instance. We go to our instance and see what will happen if I stop this instance and then try to access our websites. You see now it's still access the websites. So if I stop our instance, we will not be able now to access our website. That means the customers or the users that are accessing your projects will not be able now to access because the IP address have changed. So this is our instance. And kindly remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you can see, this is the IP address that we are using in our projects. And I want to stop this instance to see what will happen to our websites. So now our instance is stopping. It's still loading. So let's see if we can still access our websites. Not the running. You can just see all the instances. As you can see now, our instance have stopped. If I come here, you find that our instance does not have assigned the public IP address. They should pick this one. As we set for console to okay, you can see now we can't access our websites because this IP address is no longer exists. Our instance does not have any IP address. Now to solve this problem, AWS they have introduced the Elastic IP address, which does not change once it is attached to the instance. So that's the solution now to the problem that we are facing now for accessing our websites. But now we can be able now to let me the entire screen not changing. So let's EC2 up here to open a bit faster than here. So by using the Elastic IP address, it will not have disappointments like using the default public IP address that is assigned by AWS. So your users will be accessing your websites, they will never experience this kind of problem. Let's go to the instances. Then we want to get all the instances. Remember to subscribe to a YouTube channel. So if I check this server that you have stopped, you find that we don't have the public IP address, and if I start the server, the instance, you find that another IP address is assigned now to our server, and we can be able now to access our websites via that new IP address. So I'll come up with another tutorial for covering the Elastic IP address and how you can associate your IP address to your virtual machine or to your servers. Thank you very much for watching, and keep checking for the new tutorials. Thank you very much.